Hey guys, Tarke here, and welcome to episode 5 of our Battlebrothers series in our quest to hunt down the famed Lindwurm. To quick recap from the last one, we fought a bunch of raiders, I've handed out some gear, and I've also renamed some bros. We've got Bradley, our tank, and I've done a little bit of fashion in matching blue. Gaza, our other tank, in green. Lucas requested, or Locus, sorry, requested that he was named after the person most likely to die. You are our last fodder unit. And Garth has renamed our deserter, who has a lot of potential. We still have one person, Torvald, at the back, who hasn't yet claimed a name. We're going to have to hire some new bros soon. So if you'd like to submit a name, please let me know. So we want to just go back to town, hand in our staff, hopefully recruit a couple more men, get back up to about 10-ish sort of units, so you've got a little bit more of a buffer. And be looking really just to keep slowly, incrementally increasing our equipment and working towards this ambition, since for some reason I decided to go for the 8 contract ambition. Yes, also probably explore a little bit more of the map and just kind of like work out what's what, so to speak. So we've handed this in. Unfortunately, we've gotten back at night time, which is a little bit unfortunate because now we can't check the market. We also need to unload since our bags are fairly full at this point. Another thing also is a little bit of just like a general tip. We need to buy new tools. It's generally worth repairing tools tier 3 and higher before selling them. And I also want to be sorting through what tools I want to keep for myself. So these tier 3 flails are very good. I'm going to be keeping these. They're excellent for just beating down raiders. Same with stuff like hand axes. These are very good. The shrats, which is something we're unlikely to encounter for a while, but it's always good to have one decent axe about. We'll pair it up, and at the very least we could sell it at a profit. These military picks are also a very strong weapon. Picks are very good because they have always 10 hit points going straight to health. And they also do a lot of damage against armor. So they're very handy to keep hold of for when we go against heavily armored opponents. Definitely worth repairing up. And at the very least, we can always sell them later on for a profit. And then finally, in terms of like the good weapons we've got here, we've got a Morning Star, which is a very good mace. Tier 3 mace. It does fairly decent damage, but also it has a nice stun on it. Having one bro early on to stun is pretty good in the early to mid game. Not as excellent in the late game, so sort of the late game enemies are actually immune to stuns, but definitely worth having now. The main thing you really want for a mace user early on is someone with a lot of fatigue. Currently, we don't really have anyone with crazy amounts of fatigue. We've got Alec, who's soon to be a bannerman in the back line. Garth, possibly could maybe do something with maces and stuff. And then this guy who's filler, actually he does got the double soft fatigue. This could be like a decent unit to either throw a mace or a flail on once the attack gets into like the mid 60 range. Actually someone who's probably going to be a early flail bro. Flails are very strong in the early game. They sort of lose strength the later into the game you get hold of. But nearly everything else in our inventory here we actually want to sell. So I'm going to say we check. Don't drink the water there. I think we're actually just going to wait, camp here till morning. Do a little bit of repairing, do some buying, do some selling, maybe do some recruiting, and then head on to the next area, maybe get some more contracts. There's also been some battles nearby. There is the raided event, so yeah, worth keeping in mind. Let's see. Now, because they have been raided, we're not going to get very good prices on anything, are we? Let's have a look-see. So it's worth keeping a fully repaired shield in your inventory, since shields are worth exactly 100 gold. If you're getting around 20% of the sell value, that's a good place to unload. 17 is actually a reasonable price, and our bags are very full. So I'm actually going to unload some stuff here. We still need to find somewhere that we can buy tools, unfortunately. And we also need to be buying ammo. 160 isn't the best price. We're okay for food for now. There's actually a decent price of food. I'm kind of tempted to just buy both of these up anyway. And then unload just a little bit of equipment and then head over to the next town. So let's just sell off the cheapest things, because obviously the margins matter the least on the cheap things. So we'll sell off these, just get a little bit of space, and then we can, the wooden sticks are actually worth keeping hold of for some events. I actually like having some slings. Slings are actually pretty good against skeletons, since, as I've mentioned before, skeletons have resistance to piercing damage. So it just means if we fight skellies early on when we still have a small army size, we can't afford to bench out our archers. They're worth having. Anyone here we would want to hire. Now, I've said that I'm not going to double up on backgrounds, so let's just double check. We've got a caravan hand, a fisherman, 2 thieves, 2 poachers, and a hunter. So I think we would hire the miller and the miner, both of which are very good backgrounds. And our rat catchers can also be decent. Might actually potentially hire all 3 of these guys. This guy also comes with a net. For the net alone, he's worth buying because I'd happily pay like 60 gold, 70 gold even for a net. In which case, you know, say it was 70 gold, we're paying just 80 to spin the dice to see if the rat catcher turned out any good. So let's have a look-see. Is Geralt any good? Athletic, night owl. Very low health. But he's fine, honestly. This guy could do something. He's okay. You know, he's passable. We've got loads of shields. We've got, you know, some random spears, swords, maces, whatever. We could just throw some whatever things on him and he can just, you know, be another body. We're mostly hoping to see what's happening here. Now, the fact it says Nut the Drunkard implies he is, in fact, a drunkard. Which is a very powerful mod, actually. So it gives you -5 to melee skill, -10 to range skill, but it gives you 10% increased damage. Now, this bonus only counts for melee damage. And unfortunately, he only has 47 melee skill after that fact. But, you know, early on with a spear, still pretty good. He has very high fatigue, 102 starting fatigue. Maybe could be like a spear master guy early on. Life isn't great. Starting resolve is okay. 3-star in range skill with 30 starting. Could be okay, honestly. We're gonna definitely slap a spear on you. And you just kind of get shipped off to the front. Okay. And then let's see what the deal is with the last guy. Casper. Alright, come on. What do we got here? Superstitious. Decent starting resolve, though, with 2 stars. Decent starting hit points with 2 stars. Decent starting melee defense. Okay, a bit on the low side melee skill. If we didn't already have a bannerman, this would honestly actually be like an okay bannerman. Casper's okay. So, we got some, like, decent... They're all fine early game bros, but, you know, nothing too exciting, honestly. So let's just throw a bunch of shields on all of them. And just throw a bunch of swords on them all. Another thing I should probably also mention briefly in terms of gearing. Give them all 30s. Which one of these is better? You can get that hat. You can get that hat. I threw a tier 2 sword in Alex's pocket so that when he gets engaged upon in melee, he can swap out and swing instead of using the hooked blade with a penalty. We can worry about formation stuff when we get into the next battle, but for now, let's just shove these all on the side there. And let's go exploring. So, where is the nearest town? We haven't seen what's up here. There's probably a couple more towns that way. So I'm going to say let's head up this way and look for the next town. And potentially also kind of curious to see about these footprints. Looks like there was just like a nearby battle with the militia. Okay then. So those hires were... but oh well. Let's keep a close eye on footprints and such. Like, we really want to be just taking lots of little brigand fights. Ooh, brigands 8. Many brigand thugs, a brigand raider. That is perfect. That is exactly what we want to be seeing. So... Lucas, we're going to give you a flail. And how do I want to do my positioning? Which one of these? They all have 54. Interesting. I'll give you the spear. Right, so the goal is something sort of like this. These 3 guys just sort of get thrown at the enemy, lock them down, protect our backline. These are our 2 main tanks. Their job is to lock down high-value targets. It's a shame we don't actually have a bunch of daggers. Let's give them some sticks so they can at least stun down enemies and still be helpful. Your job, Lucas, will take the dagger off him because he has the flail. His job is to headshot people so we can steal their armor. Alex is just going to be doing our damage, and obviously our backline, likewise, just doing damagey things. Let's take on these brigands, shall we? Hopefully we can get some more decent chest pieces off these guys. Ooh. So maybe the Raider has throwing weapons, otherwise he's rolled very poorly in terms of armor. These two we're looking to just take down with the flail. Sitch. Maybe I should shove another flail on Alec just because. We'll let them just throw themselves at us. We'll take some pot shots. And, yeah, take it from there. Just do a mass series of waiting. I'm going to try and just flail one-shot him. You're fine to just connect on you. We'll wait for surround bonus. You'll wait to move up. You can go in there and shield wall. Right. These two you want to keep alive, so you'll just go for you. And am I moving you? If you'll move there, I will keep you there. Finish him off. Excellent. Step up. Get the kill. Excellent. Right. Miss. Damn it. Do I throw you in there? Do I go there? Again, these guys' jobs are just to tank, so I'm just going to throw them into the dangerous situations. You can take the triple surround. He's fleeing. Excellent. Let's just start moving him up. So you know I'm allowed to step forward and stab, but we want to get his armor, likewise with him. So we will move you there in preparation for the next turn. Cool. Ow! Ow! Hey, Lucas! Well, you said you didn't want to be long for this world. So, maybe you thought you'd do slightly longer than that. Goes to show you do need to still respect the enemy. That was mildly amusing. Okay then. You getting for in here. Got the kill. Oh, he hit the headshot, so he didn't kill him. Let's swap out to that sword we were chatting about. His armor actually got really beat up, so we can't be too silly here. We do actually need to keep our guys alive. Good. And they're all breaking away. So you're now fleeing, so you're an easy knife down target. Your armor we want. And go for 39% and miss. With these guys, we're just going for surrounds, just to lock them in. That was quite funny. That's one of the things that I do really like about this game is that even in the extreme, like, in the super easy fights, you still need to respect the enemy. Because if you don't respect them, they can still cause you trouble. Let's just shield wall so you don't get double killed. That's fine. Miss. Wow, okay. Come around that way on the surround. It's getting close to breaking. And part of that. And end your turn. You're down there now, both fleeing. Excellent. Move you up for the surround shenanigans. 41, 39. And then you close in the surround there. Excellent, cool. So now it's literally just a situation of stabbing. trading that one guy for the 255 armors is worth, but it would have been better to have done it without losing him. Definitely makes the monetary value of it not ideal, but oh well. Who has daggers? We need more daggers in our lineup, for sure. Do you have a dagger? You do. You don't. You don't. And round they go. Alright, let's definitely buy up daggers at the next town when we can. Alright, come on, game. Bump. Ah! There we go. There we go. Okie pokey. So we got to keep our flail, got to keep our gear. Got some tools, got some ammo. Yeah, still a net win. And those 55 armors will come in very handy. Excellent. So those are gonna go on our fodder guys now. Give you 35, give you that, and give you that. Right, let's hand out Gaz's level ups. So, taking the +3 to melee defense. Do I take the +3 to melee skill? Are we making you a pure tank? Or are we trying to make you like a spear off tank? We don't need to pump more resolve. 50 should be plenty. I think I'm definitely going to go for the life. If we're going pure tank, I should take the fatigue here. If I'm planning on making him do some offensive stuff, I should take the melee skill. You're definitely a pure tank. Your starting melee skill is way too low. You're level 4 now. You've got like 7 more level ups. 7 times 2 is quick maths 14. So you'd be like very low 70s for attack. If we took attack every single level and kept him with a spear, he could be like a passable, like off tank. Do we really want that? I'll take it. It's like an early game sort of thing. And then for perks, you've already got dodge. If we're doing this, I think we have to go gifted to pump up the melee attack. So we'll do it that way. So this guy's going to be like a nimble, light armor, off-tank spear thing. Not 100% sure if that's the correct decision, but we are quite low on damage dealers in our party right now. So, having more sources of damage is probably a good thing right now. Okay, so we've got another town up here. Hopefully there's some nice contracts. Hopefully there's some cheap tools. Let's see, they've got a local holiday. Got disappearing villages. So that's going to be like a beast contract or some sort. Very expensive tools. Relatively cheap food considering. There's a dagger, let's buy that up. And no, let's put it on you. I need to sell soon. A mercenary and dangerous beasts. Spiders. We can do a spider fight, it's easy enough. And we still want to be getting those down for our retinue. We've gotten 2 out of 5. So let's see. Web next 7. So for spiders, generally you just want to unequip shields and you just want to brute force them as quickly as possible. So let's do that. Our armor is still kind of beat up, actually. So let's just quickly... It's because we haven't had the tools, that's why. Let's just swap things around a little bit so that we have armor on people that it matters on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're healthy enough. Okay. So yeah, when there's 7, they'll have spider eggs, which will lay more. We want to just be in a really tightly clumped formation, protecting our valuable units. And the advantage of being really tightly clumped up as well, it means that we can help nearby people out of webs. Yeah. Okay. He's sort of stuck by himself there. You'll step down and help. You'll help there. You two are going to go there. You're covering that. You've got a reach weapon. Where am I putting you? I might actually put you... It's probably going out this way. Reach weapon there. Should probably... I have more reach weapons in my bag. Should probably be making use of more of them. Yeah, let's just wait on you for now. You're just going to spear wall and stay there. You're going to spear wall. I think one went into that bush, actually, so you'll stay there rather than stepping up. You'll miss some pot shots. You'll spear wall for that one. Stay. When you stay there, I want to step back 1. I think I should make you step back 1. Therefore, you can reach more things with less movement. You will step forward and stab. You will step that way and stab. We want this guy down ASAP so we can pull these guys around. And you'll take these shots. You will swap to the javelin. Stab, stab, you're down. Okay. And are you staying there? I think I'm going to come around this way because I imagine the spider's going to swarm in here soon enough. Okay, you're engaged there. You're engaged there. Yeah, I knew there was one in that bush. Okay, got a good set of attacks in. They're coming around that way. That's fine. You're netted. That's fine. So you will come around there. End your turn. 61%. Stab. Stab. You're down. You will help get you out of your nets. Crush your spear wall. You will wait, see if he gets that kill, because you can step forward and stab him. You will wait. 60. We'll wait if he gets the kill. If he gets the kill, you'll go there. You would just stab, stab. Okay, cool. Cool. Spear wall refresh. Cool. So now you step across that way and stab. Got the hit, excellent. You will then step there. And you can support whatever happens next. End your turn. You are going there. Got the kill, excellent. Step back 1. Okay, this is going well so far. We want to pull our guys back, but for now we'll just wait on you. Wait on you. Wait on you. Wait on you. Miss on you. Excellent. Step down. You can. Yeah. Pull you around. There. Put you there. I'm not breaking this net. There we go. So these last remaining enemies will be webs. Wait on you. Wait on you. Kill, excellent. Right, now we just do a round of ending all our guys. So it'll say enemies are fleeing, or it'll be the eggs will spawn more guys in. Yeah. Just do a round of waiting. Or round of ending, rather. I think they're just fleeing. Yeah, they're just fleeing. This is the one slightly annoying thing about fighting in the forest like this, is the fights do get a little bit drawn out. So since every turn we're taking poison damage as well. Oh my god. Can they just hurry up and like decide what they want to do? See, there's only one remaining now, so they're just like slowly leaving the map. There we go. It's over. Alright, so we got some level ups. We got whatever in terms of loot. We took some minor damage on one unit. He got pretty beat up, but you know, he's fine. We got the contract done. We got some progress towards our contracts. Let's handle up these level ups real quick. So our other tank got a level up. Ooh, he's rolling lots of 3s on melee defense. We like to see that. Gonna take the resolve here. His resolve's pretty low. And we'll take the fatigue for spamming shield skills. So you've got a lot of initiative at 91. Our options here are shield mastery or dodge. You will be wearing that. So he's then got 75 initiative. Dodge is going to give him more melee skill than the shield will in the early game. So shield is going to give him 25% increased bonuses. So 25% of 15 compared to dodge, which is going to give him 15% of his total initiative. Now this is stronger as the game starts, and then the more rounds that go on, the more ward down he comes. This becomes less and less powerful. But generally, the fights are hardest at the beginning because there's the most enemies. As the fight drags on, unless you're fighting undead, the fight should be getting easier because you're killing the high priority targets. The good thing about Shield Expert, though, is it reduces the damage the shields take in case the enemy's like spamming shield break. And it also gives a bonus chance to the knockback skill. Taunt is also very strong in the early game. My choices are between dodge, shield, and taunt. We're going to take all of these eventually. The main thing right now is just stuff which is going to keep him alive. I'm going to go for... am I going nimble with you? Or am I going battle forge? If I'm going battle forge, we don't take dodge. I'm going to go for... I'm going to go for nimble. It's very strong in the early game. You'll see that, like, a lot of these start... Nearly, like, 100% of my starting formation will end up going dodge nimble. Because it takes quite a long time into the game to start getting the armor, in which case you want to do battle forge builds. Battle forge builds are basically heavy armor builds. Nimble are light armor builds. So the price has gone down on a few things. 168 is a good price for wood. We can sell that at profit somewhere else. Very good prices for food. We can maybe buy it, sell it elsewhere. Not very good selling prices. 16 is pretty whatever, so we'll wait to sell somewhere else. More cheap warforks, which we don't need. I think I'll probably buy some ammo. 140 is an okay price for ammo. Maybe just one stack. And wait to stock up until we find somewhere else. 187 is a very good price for medical supplies. It's cheaper than it should be. So we're now left with 2 days worth of income, loads of days worth of food. That's all a-okay. And we don't need to buy more food. We've got loads of food. Do we go north to find the next town, or do we go back south? I think we'll explore north. We need to be careful, though. If this path goes too far north, we'll be running into barbarians, which I feel like I could take barbarians at this point in the game, but I don't want to be going like crazy with it. So basically, I want to like hit the next town and then come back south. Sort of my thought process here. We are also approaching towards the end of the episode, so hopefully we don't end up spending too long traveling. Let me know what you think about the length of these episodes. I'm trying to stick to the 40-ish minute mark. If you think they could be a little bit longer, a little bit shorter, let me know. But I think currently, like, a lot of them have gone slightly over. They've gone to like 45, 48 minutes, but I think that's kind of okay. Looks like we're probably getting near a port town. by the looks of things. It should be good. We could then take the boat back down south. We do know that one of the ports should be in the north. Potentially? Oh, no, we're now going back inland. Interesting. Interesting. We really need to buy tools. It's quite dangerous as well doing a lot of this. Yeah, we're going quite far north now, which isn't really what I wanted. Okay, wooden watch Tarke. There's a town here. Good to know. Amber collector. Is it left? Yeah, here we go. It's a port town. Right, this looks like it'll be a very good place for us to unload all of our stuff. We'll probably take the boat back down south. Hopefully getting some good prices here. Better contracts, and yeah, we can take boats. Quite expensive though. Nobody knows what lives in deep black waters. Fishermen tell tales. Okay. So we can sell that wood we bought for profits. 18. This is decent, pretty decent price to be selling. So we're going to be doing a mass unload here. And also maybe buying some nets. Ooh, I'm also going to buy that dagger. Okay. So let's sell off that wood for a profit. And let's empty out all the stuff that we don't need. So we're not going to be using these. We don't need those. We don't need these cheap axes. We don't need the cheap flails. We don't need the picks. Probably not going to use the gooden dag. We do want another spear on you. Let's also swap our armors back round. Now that we can afford to buy some tools. We need exactly 20 tools. Excellent. Okay. And let's sell off some shields. If we keep in mind that we need to put some shields back on these guys. And give you your pocket shield back. Sell off these bucklers. Could make an argument for using those bucklers on our dodge guys. Sell off the cheap. Keep like the 30 helmets and I was like the basic stuff. Keep some basic short swords for like any potential new recruits. Maybe just keep 2 like trash weapons. Don't need to use poison glands early. Probably sell off that venison for a pretty good profit. We're doing alright for money now. Maybe buy all the nets. 68 is probably on the upper limit of what I'd want to pay for nets, but nets are so strong. I think we just go for it anyway. 271 is a lot to be paying for tools, but we'll buy one more just so that we're not like perpetually at 0. Yeah, so that's pretty good. So we gained a bunch of crowns, we lost a bunch of crowns, but we've gained a bunch of tools that we desperately needed. We gained 6 nets, I can't count, which would be very invaluable when it comes to later raider fights or just harder fights in general. Anything we would repair, that'll be fine. That'll heal in 1 to 2 days anyway. Hiring. I don't need to be hiring any more people right now, but it's good to just check what that is. There's a sword master for 4,000. It's a pretty decent price, actually. It's worth keeping in mind. I like his hat. Let's check what these contracts are. Right, Volkar stares at the window watching a group of men. Schansberg, roughly 3 days south. We do actually want to be going back down south. That is quite a trek, though. So he's probably coming down this path, through all this woodland, through here. That is begging for ambushes. But we do want to go back down that way. And then this one is another delivery one. This is going to Trogon. Only a day south. Ooh. Which is down here. Yeah. I'd much sooner take that one than the escort, because with that one we control our own movement. We can clear through some of this fog, maybe discover some camps. Yeah, let's do that. I think we've got time to do that before we finish up the episode. So let's accept this one. And let's explore a little bit of the terrain while we go about it. So we're looking to pick up like one easy brigand fight or maybe an easy beast fight along the way. Also, while we're walking, we are slowly patching up our armor, which is something which desperately needed to happen. And, ooh, we've got a bunch more level ups, handle up that I missed somehow. Right, so Garth, you're taking a +3. You're taking the +2. We need to patch up your resolve. 3 resolve isn't the best, but it's not the worst. Fatigue is... I need to decide what I'm doing with him. As I was saying earlier, with doing lots of nimble stuff, you don't need loads of fatigue. I imagine he's probably always going to be using like two-handed weaponry. So you don't need loads there. I think I'm going to take the resolve to patch that up because that is very low. And 83 options here are dodge, quick hands, gifted. Quick hands is good for swapping between reach weapons and then non-reach weapons. We don't have loads of weapons I'd want to swap around with. Gifted is always amazing for patching up, like, you know, low stats. Dodge is something he'll take eventually. Honestly, we're going to take all of these eventually. I'm probably going to go for... If I went gifted, it would be attack, defense, resolve. Let's do that. Okay, now we just take like another 1 or 2 resolve 4s when we see them, and we're happy. Oh, we keep rolling these 3s. I guess we've got to take them. Otherwise, we're taking the 3 in health. We'll take it. And we're going to take the... So between dodge and Colossus here. Quick hands could be another option. Swapping into... melee weapons. I mean, we keep pumping this melee skill, so I'm kind of tempted to go for the quick hands. This looks like it's going to be another thrower. This looks like another thrower. So it looks like we're going to have like 2 throwers, like thrower melee hybrids, and then like 1 pure range character from the looks of things. Because we just keep getting these melee skills. I don't have more throwing weapons right now, so quick hands feels a bit... Oh, I guess we're going for it. Guess we'll do that, and I'll give him this other Warthog. Okay. Because it's also like, he had that 10 melee defense from Paranoid, so... I don't normally do this many melee hybrids, especially early on, but just kind of, you know, experimenting, seeing what we get. So one of the things which is quite nice about ranged units is they're not very stat heavy. Like, you just need fatigue and range skill every level, then you've just got loads of flex. So like, if their resolve is already decent, then you don't need to be pumping resolve. You can pump range defense, but range defense is kind of a scam. I'd sooner just like pump up health. And yeah, I've not been getting like if I'd been getting max health rolls, I'd be taking those, but I haven't been getting max health rolls, so it's like, might as well take a couple of +3s now and again. Makes them less vulnerable if they ever get jumped upon. Also means that for like skelly fights and stuff, you can still bring them. We don't want to take that. You just instead of using, you know, piercing projectiles, you can use just normal melee weapons, just like reach weapons, or. So that's something we could take in the next episode. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll head towards there and take that in the next episode. But we're going to finish up just there. So I would like to say thank you, everyone, for joining the series. I know it's not like the biggest thing compared to my usual Path of Exile stuff. I also forgot one more level up. I apologize. We'll do that very quickly. Why do I keep getting 3 to my melee skill? Oh. Ah. Right, okay. If we're taking gifted, then it would be range skill, melee skill, fatigue. Otherwise it's dodge, otherwise it's Colossus, otherwise it's like bag and belts. It's got very low hit points. I'm going to take the Colossus. The hit points are so low. But anyway, I'm Tarke. Have a great day, everyone. And I'll see you in the next episode tomorrow. Bye-bye.